Approximately 1000 students have been selected for RBI Phase 2. But at the same time, more than 70,000 students have not been selected. What about those 70,000 students? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? आप अगर उन 70,000 स्टूडेंट्स में से हो then this video is for you, because I want to help you understand how to convert this so-called failure into success tomorrow. And therefore it's very relevant that you listen to me and follow what I say, or at least take cues from what we discussed today in this session. The first thing to understand and realize is that this is not a mere failure for you. Stop telling yourself that you have failed and start reminding yourself that because you could not succeed in this attempt, you are going to work harder and smarter and therefore succeed in the next attempt or in whatever you do in the future. Because you have failed, there is something that you did not do correctly. You're going to make that correction and make sure that that correction gives you success tomorrow in whatever you plan to do. So stop telling yourself, stop beating yourself up with the definition of failure that the society has put into us, and let's start reminding ourselves that this failure is the ground for success tomorrow. Now, let me come to three major points that I want to discuss that will help you convert this failure into success. The first step is to be completely honest with yourself. It's very, very important that we are completely dead honest with at least ourselves. I don't have any problem with you lying to the world, lying to me, or lying to anyone around you. But if you're completely honest with yourself, that is the first door towards success. Because then you know what are your true weaknesses and what are your true strengths. Then you know exactly where did you fail. Let me give you a personal example where I failed in my past. When I went for my third RBI interview, I was very confident and I got decent marks as well. But even then, I could not succeed. I missed the final cutoff by 0.25 marks. And I kept telling myself for a long time, maybe it was not for you. Your love for teaching is what brought you here. Of course, destiny is something that works in our lives. But why did I fall short by 0.25 marks after the interview? When I became completely true with myself, honest with myself, that time I realized that in my interview preparation, I was merely reading. When I started training students, that is when I realized that I was merely reading out of the textbooks again and again, and I was not actually preparing for the interview the way it was supposed to be done. So purely based on my knowledge, I was able to attain 35, 37 odd marks out of 50 at that time, but I could have easily attained 42, 43 or even 45 even if just I had prepared for the interview in the way an interview should be prepared. If I had practiced in front of the mirror, if I had written down 1000 plus questions and their answers, there was no way that I could have gone wrong. That complete honesty is very, very important. And once you have attained that, nobody can beat you. Once you have attained that, nobody can turn you into a failure tomorrow. You will automatically be able to break all the doors open, because now you know where are you going to fall. Now you know where are you going to lack. Now you know where your competition is ahead of you. And that automatically starts giving you an edge. Let's come to the second point. Once you have become completely honest with you, that is the point that you sit down and ask yourself, what is it that I want to do in the next 1 year? मैं अगले 1 साल में क्या करना चाहता हूँ? You can prepare for RBI and other government examinations. Again, that can be one option. You can start with further studies, higher studies. If you feel that is your calling and you want to study further, that is number 2. If you are financially weak, then you can start working, and that's a very good thing to do, because that teaches you a lot about life and also about managing your work and studies together. That can be number 3, and it is completely possible and it should be done by students who are financially dependent or who are financially not very sound than their families. Number 4, If you feel that you still don't know what is it that you want to do, then there's nothing wrong with exploring as well. But exploring doesn't mean just roaming around. Exploring means try and sit down. You have the word with you in the form of the internet and even ChatGPT now, and try and see what are the options in front of you and start experiencing them one by one, if nothing else. Let's say you feel that painting or music is my calling. If painting is your calling, then just get some stuff of painting and start painting. And automatically, and you can find n number of classes online of painting, and you would know in about a month whether painting is the thing for you or not. And there can be n number of examples, of course. If you want to be a writer, start writing. Start sending cold emails to all the authors out there, to all the newspapers out there, and send them your articles. Let's see whether they accept your articles or not. There can be very variety of ways in which you can pursue your goal. You can pursue your calling. So if that is what you're confused about, there's nothing wrong with exploring. And if you don't know anything at all, even then there's nothing wrong with waiting for a month and then going forward with your plan of action. And that brings me to point number 3, which is before executing your plan of action for the next 1 year, make sure that you have planned and you have organized whatever it is that you want to do. Planning and organizing, it's very important, because if you directly jump towards execution, you will end up making the same mistakes that you have made in this year. If you follow these 3 steps and then you plan what is it that you want to do in the next 1 year, and then you organize your plan well, automatically you spend about 15 days in planning and organizing. Automatically by the end of 15th day, you will feel that now I'm better prepared on execution. Now I know how to study. Now I know where was I lacking. Now I know better. Now I'm not going to commit the same mistakes again. That is when you will be able to beat the competition. That is when you will be able to find that edge that you're looking for in your preparation or in anything in life. So if you are one of those 70,000 students, and even if you're just any student watching this and fearful of failure, afraid of failure, then try and understand that these 3 steps can help you chart your future 1 year in a very well organized manner, and will certainly bring you success in whatever it is that you plan on doing. I'll see you very soon. I hope this video was helpful. Take care. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.